Alright, welcome to this video where I'm gonna show you how an ecom owner based in Dubai will earn more than $50,000 worth of points from spending $50,000 a month on advertising in his ecom store. As most ecom owners, this guy has a significant ad spend to grow and scale his business. Right now, they are spending more than $50,000 a month on average on a 12-month period, and they're even expecting it to grow and scale even further within the next 1 or 2 years. I've been saying this a lot, but if you're spending just $10,000 a month on advertising or in your business overall, it's a no-brainer to get US credit cards. So when this client, he asked me if it was going to be worth it for him to actually get US credit cards for his business and his ecom brand. When he asked me this, I didn't actually tell him anything. I just showed him the numbers of what he's actually leaving at the table of not getting US credit cards. And his answer to this was, as most people would say, when can I start? Because he's leaving a lot of money on the table. So I talked him through the rest of the qualification criteria I have in Apex for being able to actually onboard people and help them getting US credit cards. First of all, we had established that he was spending more than $10,000 a month, and by that we could do the calculation of how much he could actually expect to earn worth of points. And as you can see from this slide, it's roughly $50,000 in a year's time. We also established that he was ready to get an ITIN and he was ready to get a US address, as these are something necessary for actually getting access to US banking and credit solutions. So once he understood what he signed up for, I talked him through the process. And in terms of the process, we have two routes to go. We have either the US route or the global transfer route. As this client is based in the UAE, in Dubai, we can go with the global transfer route as American Express has banking in the UAE locally. So that's what we're going to go for with this client. And for that, the process is to first of all apply for American Express in the UAE. So after getting approved for American Express in the UAE, it's about starting using the credit cards and using the bank accounts to build up trust and actually show you are qualified for doing business with them. While also doing that, we are gonna start the application process for an ITIN that we're gonna need to do the global transfer in the end, and we're gonna find a virtual US address, which is also something we need in terms to start working with the US banks. So once we have the virtual address and the ITIN, and we have built a lot of trust with American Express in the UAE within 6 months, then we can open the bank account with American Express in the US using what they call the Global Transfer Program. The Global Transfer Program will allow you to take that trust you have built with American Express in the UAE or other countries and take that into consideration when you're applying with them in the United States. And here some might think, why not just stay in the UAE if they have American Express? And the simple answer to this is that they don't have any of the same benefits and nowhere near what you can actually get in the US. So that's the main reason for actually going through with the global transfer, not just using the Amex, the American Express in the UAE or other countries. So once we have made the global transfer and we officially have our first bank account and US credit card with American Express, it's about continuing building up the trust in the American branch. Because when we build up the trust using the products, the credit cards, the bank will then report that activity to a credit bureau that will issue a report with a credit score. And this credit score is showing you how good you are at handling money in the financial game in the United States. And the banks use this score to determine how much risk they're willing to take with you and therefore how much credit they're willing to give you in the end. So this is very, very important if you want to get as much credit as possible and as much trust with the banks as possible, and therefore the best benefits overall. So that's why in the credit building phase, it's all about being patient, as trust isn't built overnight. No, it's something you have to earn, because the bank just don't give it to you. You have to show them what you're worth. So once we have built up the client's credit score and built trust with American Express using personal credit cards in the United States, we will then happily apply for business credit cards, which they will give us because we have built up the credit score good enough and we have built trust with American Express. So they will happily grant us business credit cards where we can really utilize a lot of the benefits and earn a lot of points that we can use in the end. So of course, when going through a process like this, you have to have everything in mind, and the cost of this operation is very important, of course. So breaking down this client, he's gonna have a cost of $7,600 within the next 12 months. But taking this into consideration, it's nothing compared to the output he's getting, because he's gonna earn nearly 2 million points, which has a cash value around $54,000. So that's a lot of money left on the table if he's actually not taking action to get US credit cards. Luckily for this client, he is taking action. And the numbers here are just getting bigger, because in terms of them scaling the business, it's just getting bigger and bigger numbers, leaving more and more money on the table. So that's actually how this ecom owner based in Dubai will earn more than $50,000 worth of points using US credit cards. So if you haven't seen my latest video about a case like this, just another case, I mentioned some of the benefits you can get and what you can actually get for these points, because you can see that he is gonna earn nearly 2 million points. What can you get for 100,000 points? If you've seen the last case, these are the same slides. It's just for inspiration and examples of what you can actually get. So you can get business class ticket from Copenhagen to Dubai. You can get 8 nights on Grand Hyatt in Dubai. Business class from Helsinki to Bangkok with Finnair. You can get 15 nights on Marriott Executive Apartments in Bangkok. Business class from Dubai to Bali. And these are just examples. You can get business class, first class, economy flights pretty much anywhere. It's just about grabbing the best deals, because that's a skill as well, and something I help my clients with too. And you can use your points with most airlines and more than 10,000 hotels worldwide. So there's no really reason to worry about, oh, can I spend these points at all? Because you certainly can. And if you can't spend it on hotels and flights, then why not spend it on Amazon? I wouldn't recommend it, but you can do it. So again, this is how an ecom owner based in Dubai will earn more than $50,000 worth of points with US credit cards. So if you want to work with me to get similar results as this, just reach out to me here on LinkedIn or send me an email. I'm always happy to have a talk about your situation and how you can benefit from using US credit cards. So that's it for now. Let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, we'll see you. Bye.